Welcome to a fascinating exploration of humanity's first family tree, a story that's far more than just ancient names on a scroll. This tale of two lineages mirrors the choices we face every single day. On one side, we have Cain's descendants, innovative city builders, artists, and technological pioneers who shaped civilization but walked away from God. On the other, we find Seth's line, ordinary people who chose to walk with God despite their brokenness. This isn't just history, it's a mirror reflecting our own daily decisions. Let's examine Cain's legacy first. After being marked for his brother's murder, Cain builds a city and names it after his son Enoch, choosing self-glory over God's glory. His family tree blossoms with innovation. Jabal becomes the first rancher and economy builder, Jubal pioneers music and shapes culture, and Tubal-Cain masters metalworking and weapon making. But this progress comes with a price. The line culminates in Lamech, who introduces polygamy and boasts about murder, declaring his vengeance will be 11 times greater than Cain's. This is the sobering legacy of Cain's descendants, remarkable achievements in technology, art, and power, but underneath lies violence, pride, and rage. Then comes a turning point, the birth of Seth. When Adam and Eve have this son, they recognize him as appointed by God to replace Abel. This wasn't just another birth, it represented hope restored. The most striking detail appears in Genesis 4:26. At that time, people began to call on the name of the Lord. This marks history's first spiritual revival. While Cain's line built impressive cities, Seth's line built altars of worship. One path shouted, "Look at me," while the other whispered, "Here I am, God." This ancient narrative presents us with a choice we still face today. We live in a world that often resembles Cain's city, filled with technological marvels, artistic achievements, and unprecedented power. Yet, despite our progress, we struggle with the same fundamental issues: pride, envy, violence, and separation from God. Seth's line offers an alternative path, one of humility, worship, and reliance on God rather than self. The profound truth is that Seth's birth wasn't just another addition to a family tree, it was part of God's redemptive plan, a link in the chain that would eventually lead to Christ. While Cain's city impressed the world with its achievements, Seth's altar touched eternity through its worship. This contrast challenges us to examine our own lives. Are we building monuments to ourselves, or are we building altars of worship? Are we seeking worldly recognition, or are we seeking to know God? Today, we stand at the same crossroads. Every choice we make aligns us with either Cain's path of self-reliance or Seth's path of God-reliance. The legacy of Cain still dazzles with its promises of progress and power, while Seth's way still calls us to humility and worship. Remember, you're not defined by your past mistakes or your family history. You're defined by who you choose to follow and who you call upon. This timeless story reminds us that true legacy isn't measured in buildings, innovations, or achievements, but in our relationship with God. While Cain's city represents human achievement without God, Seth's altar symbolizes the eternal impact of a life lived in devotion to God. The choice between these two paths lies before each of us, not just once, but every single day.
Thank you for joining me on this journey. I pray that these reflections help you grow closer to Christ, who created us with His own hands and breath. If this message blessed you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Until next time, may the Word of God continue to abide in you. This is Abiding in Word with Nathan. Stay rooted in truth.